What's up, my dogs? Welcome to Malamations. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys of doing a comparison video of which is the best Sonic racing game ever. Yeah! Since the new Sonic racing game just came out recently, Sonic Crossworlds to be exact, and I played it and I bought it. It was a lot of fun, but then we thought, how does this one do compared to the other last three they made in the past? Granted, everyone's out there right now is going like, which one is the best? Sonic Crossworlds or Mario Kart World? To be honest, I don't have a Switch 2 for Mario Kart World. I have played it once with my uncle and two my little cousin, but I don't own it and play it that often to be like, okay, I'm gonna make a good comparison video between these two. But instead, I'm gonna do all the Sonic racing games. It sounds much funner to me, and also a video that probably no one has not made yet. Alright, the first Sonic Star Racing game is Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing. This game came out a long time ago. I want to say 2011, since this game came out for the Wii, the DS, Xbox 360. I played the 360 version the most out of these. And you guys can easily get this for cheap on the website, like GameStop or something, because it's an old game. But this is only the first racing game, and what makes this game really fun is that the diversity of characters you get in this game. Instead of it being focused just on Sonic characters, it even added some Sega characters to this game that I really enjoyed that. Like, there's Saba Amigo, Banjo, not the Banjo-Kazooie counts, I, Boo La La, and so many more. And another thing I do like in this game, instead of it just focusing on race cars, to be honest, I like how each vehicle is different for each character. For instance, Tails, he has his plane, which that is cool. Shadow has his bike, and so many other characters have so much more. There's even this, I forgot what this character's name is, should have done my research. I just use it based on memory, and I thought we were playing it, but I'm like, no, I want to play the new game. I don't want to go back and play all the old ones right now. Sorry for being lazy. But anyways, to the main point, that this character Jet, technically I thought, oh, he probably drives a spaceship or something, because we have planes, bikes, four-wheelers, cars, monster trucks, and so much more. But no, this guy just runs. He just runs on a racetrack. Look at him go. He is faster than Sonic, I think. And also the power-ups. The power-ups are really cool, and I absolutely love them. Like, granted, the power-ups do change up, but to be honest, they keep it simple and wacky and fun in the first game. And there's this one power-up, which is kind of like the blue shell for the Sonic game, in my opinion. It's called the All-Star power-up, or might say we just call it a Star power-up, which pretty much each character has their own abilities, whenever you get the star. Like, for instance, Sonic turns into Super Sonic, and he gets like rapid melee boost, so you can easily get to first place if you got this power up. And the racetracks are also just as fun. Monkey ball ones. Those ones are hard. Who made these? Literally, it's just a jigsaw puzzle. Like, literally, the corners are so sharp that it's really hard to drift in them. I'm not joking. Every time I race on these, I either fall off because how square the corners are and how I'll bump into the wall and end up in 5th place and get hit by a bunch of items from everyone racing me. I blame you, my little brother, for that. Is the best one out of all of it? Not really. I think it's a really good introduction game for Sonic Racing, and it is just as good, I think, as the other one. For me, I'll put this game in 3rd place out of the 4 because it's good, simple. It introduced more Sega characters that I didn't know existed, fun racetracks, except that, anyways, onto the other second racing game. Alright, this one is technically, I think, is the best Sonic racing game they made so far, out of like a 4, so easily number 1 for me, mainly because it has good memory. I think that's why. But what makes this game really cool is that, here, let me just tell you the title. It is Sonic All-Star Racing Transform. Look at this cover. They like, I don't know, instead of being like, well, instead of just everyone being their own vehicle, what if they have ability to transform to air and sea vehicles as well? So they can like race on water while from race after racing on dry land and race in the air after driving in water. Like, that's just genius. This game was so much fun for my siblings that I think we played this a lot more than the actual, like the rest of the Sonic games and the other race car games that we played. Mainly, we love the power-ups. They're wacky and fun and simple, like just as good. And I also think the character roster did got a little bit smaller, but they still kept some of their Sega characters in the game, which made it equally as fun. And it's just a big, like, masterpiece. Like, literally, I think it's gonna be hard for Sega to pass, not Racetrack, but its own racing game. And the other thing, which I would like to say, is that in each Racetrack, like, sure, you have some that are just like, okay, you just drive. The cool thing is that they made each vehicle transform into its own, like each character has their own vehicle with their own designs of each boat and plane as well. My favorite one is definitely Sonic for sure. And just found out I could have got Metal Sonic on here too, which Metal Sonic is my favorite Sonic character. But there are a few. One downfall I would say is that unless some characters kept their four-wheelers, and they did remove the plane feature for some of the characters because their cars would transform into planes, so I understand that. But mostly it's just for Shadow because he was on a bike in the last game. And then now he has some weird tank vehicle, which do I like? Like, yes, but also like not really a big fan. I think like it's still cool. I can see why he has like a tank style race car, but I think that's the only downfall or complaint I have for this game. I'd say if you don't believe me, it's just as good of a game. And this is number one out of the four. Like, yes, I should say this for last. Yes, I definitely give this first place in my opinion. And you guys should totally play this if you don't believe me. Alright, now on to the third Sonic Racing game. For this one, they removed Sega All-Stars and just call it Sonic Racing at this point. So in a way, this is kind of like the reboot of the Sonic Racing game. And do I like that? I have mixed feelings for that because there are some fun Sega characters from the last two games that would totally be okay with this one. But the thing is, I think this game, I didn't like it that much. Like, sure, I got it. I played it because I like Sonic Racing and it's just fun. But to be honest, compare this to like the Hypest video game, and the last one the one before that one did a good job. This game's Team Sonic Racing kind of felt like a downgrade reboot, in my opinion. The reason why I said that, because it focused mainly on Sonic characters, so we get other Sonic characters that we didn't get in the last racing game, which that's cool, but we didn't get the other Sega characters like Samba Amigo, Ulala, Beat, and so many other Sega characters that are now forgotten. And this game kind of like lost thing, and also I don't think this game had very many racetracks. Like, the racetracks are fun and enjoyable, well, I would say, but to be honest, coming from a game that literally you have the ability to fly in the air and race on water while you're driving, while you're in one race, coming to this where you're just a car driving wherever, it kind of feels like a downgrade in my opinion. Do I like this game? Not exactly, to be honest, for me. Like, it's fun, enjoyable, I'm happy it exists, but it just wasn't that fun and wasn't that good of a game. I do like, and also they did change the power-ups to like Wisp, which the thing is that only came in one game. And am I fine with that? Yes, I'm actually fine with that since you're going like all Sonic focused. It just didn't felt the same. Like, the power-ups are cool, but it just didn't felt like that powerful or that useful in my opinion. Except for the Dura one. That one is really a good power-up in my opinion. And I do like the team racing aspects where you can like have teams set up and you guys can like help each other out to win a race. And there is a little story mode in it too. I didn't bother finishing completing it because this game was just felt like a big downgrade for me and my siblings. So this game goes to 4th place in my opinion. Sorry Sega, it's just this game wasn't that good. Anyways, on to the newest one. Alright, now for the latest game, the one you've all been waiting for today, ladies and gentlemen, is Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. This game, huge update compared to this reboot one they made before that. Well, from the last one. This game is so far really good. Like, literally, I was looking forward to this game and was hyped for it, to be honest. This game was so much fun. What I like about this game is that literally big level up from the last one. For instance, they got better with the character choices, in my opinion. Like, the characters are cool. Like, granted, they're still Sonic focused, and even added some other Sonic characters that we can easily forgot about, like Jet and some other characters. Sorry, I played the game like for 2 days, so a little bit overhyped from it. But this game, what makes this game much better and fun? One, and you have the ability to choose a new racetrack while you're racing. So it makes the game like far more interesting and also give you a better reason why you should get into first place. Instead of being like, oh, you should be in first place to win, now it's like, okay, you have to be in first place to win, but if since you're first place, you have the ability to pick which racetrack. Either it could be this Kraken one, or a random one that we can literally let you know. Well, that you will know later. And also I love how they took the reins from the Sonic movie game and just put it into the actual video game. Like, for the work, like, dude, that's just crazy. I think we need like a Sonic movie racetrack roster, I think, of like Sonic movie versions of the Sonic characters that we've seen so far in their own racetracks and cars as well. I'm just saying that, I'm just throwing that out there, you guys can do it. And I love the power-ups in this game too. Like, instead of just focusing on Wisp, like, granted, we have 2 Wisp power-ups that tag along, but these ones are the good ones, not like the ones that are like, and they feel annoying. And the power-ups are just fun and wacky as their own, like the slime one, which I think is way more difficult than the squid one from Mario, in my opinion, because it actually slows you down and you have the ability to clean it instead of it just blinding you and you have to wait for it to disappear. And the monster truck. This monster truck power-up is fun, and the thing is, I don't get it that much, so I didn't have much fun with it. And the Ninja Star one, that thing is brutal, in my opinion. Anyways, enough with the power-ups. The character monsters are amazing, and I love how you also do the race cars too. Instead of like you like stuck with, you pick this character, you get this car. You can actually have the ability to swap the cars out too, like in Mario Kart, which I do like. Do I like this? Yes. And you can also customize them too. Also, I like how each section of each car has different categories like speed, handling, power, boost, and so much more. And there's also one vehicle I thought was cool and fun, was the hoverboards. I only played hoverboards once. I like to play more of the hoverboards. But the hoverboards were actually a good choice, I think, for adding characters from Sonic Riders into this game. Excellent choice, and I would never thought of adding hoverboards into a racing game. My only complaint is that I wish they added bikes and 4-wheelers if they wanted to. Like, whereas they have Shadow's bike in the game and Knuckles' 4-wheeler. I'm just saying out there, I think those are the only cons I have that I wish they can add. Probably will if this video goes viral and they bother adding it, but I think it's still a fun game and I enjoyed it, how the race tracks are. And are there DLC characters? Yes. And there's even like 3 DLC characters you can still get, like Hatsune Miku and the Joker, and I heard there's gonna be some more, but I'm not fully sure of. But I do love how the DLC characters, instead of you just getting like one character, one car, like most racing games, you also get a racetrack, another character, and a sound system. I'm not a big fan of the sound system, but it's just as good. Okay, I had to get back to the racetracks. I love they brought back my favorite feature from one of the last Sonic games, Sonic All-Star Racing Transform, is the transformation feature. Granted, is the transformation feature fully back? Not really, but it is similar and I like it. Literally, I like how they upgraded but granted, the car stays the same and the wheels change into like propellers for water or wings into plane. But I like how you can drift in the air really easy to get boosts for air mode. And I like how you can also have the ability to drift in water and jump, which I didn't know that was a feature. I thought it was like some weird like boost pad or something that does that. But I didn't know that was an actual thing in the game. And I was having way too much fun with this mechanic and doing trick shots so many times. Will I say this is the best game? I think it's like close best for beating Sonic Transform Racing, in my opinion. Sonic Rock Crossworlds, definitely a good second place, but it's really, I think for my opinion, it's really close for beating the first Sonic Transforming, in my opinion. I think it'll slowly will with the DLCs slowly coming out and such for this game, but for now, this is my placeholder, and I like all of these games except for the Team Sonic Racing. I like the other three. The Team Sonic Racing is just why, really. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have a different suggestion of like what make these games equally as good, leave your thoughts in the comments down below.